Society places a high premium on appearances, and many of us try to conform with community attitudes. People are attracted by beauty.
I feel like a lot of the time there's lots of things that I think that I could change, lots of them, like my eyelashes, like my eyebrows, I don't know, my lips.
I always had fake tan on, I always had like my hair perfectly done, I'd make sure I didn't leave the house without makeup on, and I looked like conventionally attractive.
There's like a big lips, very small nose, and then like a chiseled jaw, very skinny, big eyes, sort of look, or almond eyes.
Well, in a world where beauty is revered, it's difficult to imagine just how devastating it would be living with a serious facial deformity.
So I was born with a bilateral cleft lip and cleft palate. In layman terms, I didn't have any cheekbones here and my lips were open, so there was a cleft lip and my palate was not fused.
I was born in Darwin and my mum and dad knew from birth there was something not quite right with how I looked. So they saw the paediatrician and I was referred to the craniofacial unit in Adelaide under the care of Professor David.
My name's David John David. I'm a craniofacial surgeon. If you imagine that you have a brain in your brain box and you have eyes in your eye socket, and around them you have a bony case. And if these are deformed to the point where the brain is squeezed so it doesn't function, the eyes are squeezed, that the face is so small that you can't speak or breathe properly. The people who were born with that were destined to either die early or to be considered to be so ugly and so non-functional that they were often put into asylums.
My dad gave me a lot of confidence. He always basically, I'll be upset going to school, getting teased, getting bullied and all. But he would just pump me up so much. Before school, I just felt like Superman. When I walked through that door, it's all right. And, and then obviously you get then worn down again, kids teasing you, they'll call me all sorts of names.
I had no idea what really was involved other than this new brand of surgery, so courageous, so risky, to operate on someone's face from inside their skull.
I'm reminded of the professor of surgery in Bristol when I was doing my first training. And he said, as he was coming to the end of his life, the ghosts of his mistakes used to dance around the bed at night.